Morning, Wandering Beekeeper here. How you doing? Uh, it is a somewhat warmer, more sunny morning here in the Pacific Northwest. Although 37 degrees, it's gonna get warmer. The temperature variance between shade and sun is really significant here. Content warning. I'm an old queer man living in the Pacific Northwest where weed is legal, and my politics are somewhere left of where you think they are. I will pop off with whatever I feel like and cuss a lot, and generally, you know, as it says at the amusement park, this is a dark ride. It's going to start off dark, let me tell you. We're going to be going into Stellaris at the end of an empire. Excuse me. Quick note, this is a new stream series. I will be getting back to Minecraft at some point. Good morning, Your Majesty. Hope you are doing well. The music is not something I'm really committed to. I like it, but we'll see. I'm going to stick with something from Chosic, though, as the Queen is having her eclairs. I had my usual organic peanut butter and locally made jam on whole grain bread. The hippie sandwich. Having food sensitivities kind of sucks. So, Stellaris and the music. The music is by Punch Deck, and who was an artist I'm well familiar with for their work on Chosic. And Chosic is a great place to get public domain music, original compositions that people have put out there for whatever. You want to use it to open your stream, you want to remix it, yeah, here's the credits to give. Let me know. Lovely site. We're going to go over to Stellaris here now. And we're going to talk a little bit about it because, okay, I'm not going to explain a whole heck of a lot up front. I'm not going to front load here. Obey the Void Cloud. Hello, Willamist. Sadly, it is not the Void Cloud that is ending this empire. It is the it is the extra-dimensional invaders, but the mechanic is the same. We're coming in at the end of an empire, and I was wrong in my post. This is my third game that I've gotten to the end crisis. The first one was the reboot of the Cybrex, and the second was a new variant of Space Amoebas, and this one is an extra-dimensional armada that is invading. But the mechanic is the same in all three. A portal opens somewhere that wasn't quite properly defended, where these things could get loose easily, and multiple armadas have been sprayed into my empire and are chewing through it like a swarm of locusts. We're looking at my home system. Let's back out here and I'm going to back out to show you just where we are here. The invasion started, the unbidden, this was all part of my empire just a few turns ago, and you can see the problem here. These are 5-star armadas, and the best I can field is a 2-star, you know? Not gonna end well. And this is all mining core stuff that I never cleaned up, and it kind of spreads. So yeah, the Zirconian Assembly is me, and I had actually done reasonably well. The hierarchy of Conjunclus is on the far side of the core from the Unbidden, and they're going to survive this quite well. Sadly, this will pretty much demolish my standing. Let's look at the victories right now. I'm in second place at the moment. I don't think I'm going to stay there. Let's just roll this and get it over with. And yeah, we're going to be getting hit with a lot of...
under attack.
Yes, I know. And this is not going to help.
Lost.
Doesn't matter what I take at this point. Explain that later. Imdar is my first choke point. Good luck. Imdar is my first choke point. It's about to get hit, and we'll see how it holds. I had it pretty heavily reinforced. We're just going to wait and see for where they go from here. I'm expecting them to hit Imdar.
Spaceport under attack.
Here we go.
Military station lost. Spaceport under attack.
Oh, jeez.
Station under attack. Mining station lost.
They just walked through. Holy crap.
Spaceport lost.
Yeah, there's... Wow. Yeah, lift the immunity, whatever. Ooh, boy.
Hostile fleet detected.
Yes, yes, we know. We're just going to sit here and watch this happen because there's no point in moving anything. Meshka is my homeworld, and they have basically the same level of defenses as
Spaceport
Imdar.
Under attack. Spaceport lost.
Just that quick. Oh, lordy.
Station under attack.
I'm sorry, Thalotha. You arrived in our empire
Spaceport
just
under
in
attack.
time for it to fall.
Spaceport lost.
In my current game, I have been having artificial colonies built at choke points. I imagine it will make them quite defensible. Yeah, I tried, I got to the point of, star fortresses and so forth at choke points. You know, I've got a star fortress here, I've got a citadel at my home world, but this is only the third time I have made it this far in a game.
Research station lost. Spaceport lost.
They're about to hit the Conjuncla, and I'm wondering if they're going to go on in there.
Under attack. Mining station lost.
Or if they're specifically coming after me.
Construction complete.
Nope, they are going on into the Conjuncla. Okay.
Station under attack. Spaceport lost.
Yep. Alright. They're getting hit as well. We'll see what happens. Good luck.
Hostile fleet detected.
Trying to continue running business as if
Station under attack.
Oh, I'm
Mining
so
station
sorry.
lost. Spaceport lost. Hostile fleet
Short
detected.
system has an inhabited planet. I am still very much learning to play this, but you know, this is something like Rifts.
Spaceport under attack.
If anybody on the watching
Mining
the
station
stream
lost.
has ever played the tabletop role-playing game
Cancel
Rifts,
agenda available.
Rifts, you start the game with at least 5 characters built, and don't get fond of any of them. You know, that scene in one of the Gamers movies where the guy's got the stack of bard sheets and just keeps throwing a new one onto the table as each bard dies. Rifts
Spaceport lost.
isn't that bad, but it you don't get fond of. Yeah. Oh.
Hostile fleet detected.
I'm just waiting to see what
Mining
happens.
station lost.
I've not let this play out before. I'm interested to see, if nothing else, what happens when they hit the
Hostile
first.
fleet detected. Station under
Oh.
attack. Research station lost. Spaceport lost.
My head of research just died. Her ship was cut off by the invaders, and she's gone. I feel very bad about that.
Spaceport under attack. Spaceport lost.
And it's just, you know, rolling in. Goodness, I use the same Space Dragon models. Yeah, the Space Dragon
fleet
species here,
Mining station
these
lost.
folks, let me go to contacts here,
Station under
and
attack.
yeah, the
Hostile
Gargaxtons
fleet detected.
are
Spaceport under
a
attack.
vassal of
Spaceport
my
lost.
people. Oh, good gods. That's...
Mining
wow.
station lost. Spaceport under attack. Research station lost. Spaceport lost.
Oof.
Station under attack.
I learned early on,
Evading hostile
do not integrate the vassal state.
Hostile fleet detected. Research
Instead,
station
I
lost.
treated them as equals, and
Spaceport
yeah, now
under
their
attack.
people, now
Station under attack.
their species and my species are
Spaceport lost.
have kind of integrated on their own. Oh Lord, here they come. My big choke point is Kiesel, because I was expecting this empire to invade
Hostile fleet
for a
cancel
while.
agenda ready.
There's no.
Evading hostile fleet.
Is there a
Station
point?
under attack. Spaceport under attack. Mining station lost. Spaceport lost.
Yeah, the government. These are the original species. These two are from theoretically the vassal state, but they're one of them's the revered elder. Has been destroyed by its enemies. Well, so much for the Estanians. They're just gone. Oh, good grief. All right. You know what? Enough of this. I don't need to see this happen in real time. Let's go on and get moving. Because this is what happens at the end. Let's start a new game and talk about Stellaris and about the Empire Creator and how this game actually works. So, creating a new empire. Let's see. The last one I had, I believe, was Molluscoid. No, they are. I'm trying to see where the last one was. It's pretty sure. All right, well, let's just skip on down to mammalian here. And there are so many to choose from. This is an interesting one. Let's go with these. They look intriguing. We'll go with, you've got 3 possible options. I've never tried Galactic Doorstep or Lost Colony. Lost Colony has an advantage that you will be at some point able to find your original. Perhaps this is more than a little Klingon, but I still value watching my empires holding the line to the death. Yeah, I haven't quite reached the point of acceptance of the end here. We'll work on that. That's only my 3rd game that I've gotten to that point. It took me quite a few games abandoned early on just to figure out how to play it. So, we start out with Prosperous Unification. That does give me a couple of advantages. It gives me a +1 on my generator and agricultural districts. Very important. To be able to generate power and grow food. And guarantees that at some point I'll have the Planetary Unification social research option. We'll see about how research works soon. First, we need to talk about our ethics and civics, because this will guide how the Empire works with everybody else. I am between materialist and spiritualist. I've played both, and they're both interesting. I'm going to go with spiritualist. Between pacifist and militarist, I'm going to go with the militarist, because sadly, this game tends to reward you for being an asshole. But, so I'm less of an asshole, I'm going to go egalitarian rather than autocratic, or authoritarian, excuse me. And I'm going to go full democratic, where I'm going to hold a democratic election every 10 years to select a new ruler. And factions will have a lot of effect. We'll talk more about factions later. Factions took me several games to understand how they work. I'm going to start off with a couple of things here. I'm going to grab environmentalist, because that gives me a 20% reduction on my consumer goods upkeep for the population. That's a really huge savings. And I like functional architecture, because it does wonderful things for your planetary build speed. I've also been, I haven't used warrior culture. Not sure about it. I'm not sure how militaristic I want to go. I mean, you can go This is one of the first things here. You can go full Nazi here, and I'm using that word advisedly. Nationalistic zeal is a very loaded term, and it is possible to build an empire that is brutally authoritarian and openly slaveholding. I have some grave discomfort with that. But, it's there. We are not a police state either. Meritocracy has some good options. It bumps all my specialists by 10%. Functional architecture is very attractive, though. I'm going to go on and go with functional architecture next. Okay, traits. This is another set of effects that'll give me various buffs and debuffs and so forth. First, I'm going to run all the way down here into the red zone, and I'm going to take unruly. My people are difficult to manage. Actually, no, they're not. The only effect of unruly is that you take a 10% penalty on your empire size from your population count. But it gives me 2 points to play with. I now have 4 points to play with. So, I'm going to go grab intelligent, which bumps my research by 10%. I'm going to ignore very strong because it's just, and strong, they're both kind of crap. I went with a spiritualist, so I'm going to go with natural sociologists. All the biology stuff and wetware and dealing with people and organisms, they're really good at it. Okay, I've got 1 point left, and I'm going to grab conservationist because that gets me another 10% off on my consumer goods upkeep, and amplifies the environmentalist I picked earlier. Okay, now I went with mammalian. Let's look at mammalian. Meh. Oh, this is kind of amusing. I'll come back and do ship prefix in a minute. I'm going to take this one. This one looks interesting. Species name. We are Igarians. And we are in the Igarian Covenant. So I'm going to go back, and ship prefix will be Igarian Covenant vehicle. Next. There we go. Okay, and we move on, and homeworld name. Ugarlak Nog. Star name is Ugarlal. And... oh... This person looks like they evolved from some kind of predator. They're lean. They're an ambush predator. Quick, graceful. They're from a savanna world. So we're going to go with the savanna world for the preference. We have a mammalian city, sure, on a savanna world, but I don't like the room. I hate the default room. I want to find something here. That. Ooh, that mandala is way too damn bright. That's not good. This? Oh, that is interesting. The oasis in the savannah is where yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we'll go with that. Default. I kind of like the banner they've already got. It's from the corporate set, but it's got something that looks vaguely like kanji and vaguely like I want to say Albanian, but I'm not sure. It's interesting. Some sort of script, and yeah, I kind of like the whole thing they've got going here. They've got a brand. I'm just going to go with the default, and I normally muck with the banner, but I'm going to keep this one. Okay, we'll keep the... Do we want to keep the standard mammalian? Yeah, we'll keep the standard mammalian ships. Okay, name of our starting ruler is Modrigadin Vakor. They are the revered elder. There is no separate title. Let's look at the clothing options. That's nice. That's nice. And the original one, which is actually kind of snazzy. Let's keep that. I make them principled. Generally the, principled, thank you. That gets me 2 points of stability. Logistic understanding is a real good one later on, but they'll develop it. Principled is a good starter. So, we have the Igarian Covenant with their homeworld of Igarlik Nog. They are a theocratic republic, environmentalists and conservationists, which is a nice little double whammy. Functional architecture, egalitarian militarist spiritualist. Interesting people. Going to be fun to play. Doing spiritualist opens up all sorts of new stuff. Let's get this. Now, I went to the Stellaris wiki and read through the Getting Started page, which was incredibly helpful, I have to say. It is really nice that there is a text reference that is comprehensive, well written, and well organized. Major respect to the people behind the Stellaris wiki. Thank you for your effort. I appreciate it. I have taken your recommendations. I'm going with the elliptical galaxy because it produces the fewest challenges to connection and is the easiest to expand through. I've turned the AI empires all the way down to 1, turned off advanced AI starts, and turned off fallen empires. I had been playing with 1 fallen empire, but the fallen empires are kind of buttheads. And it got to be annoying. For advanced settings, I've got the AI aggressiveness turned all the way down, and then down here, the pre-FTL is down low. Advanced neighbors is turned off, so I don't have anybody who next to me who's gotten a head start. Generally keeping it all down low here. And I've got the Yut turned off because I'm bored with them. They kept coming up, and I got, I want to see the other stuff. I have yet to see the Irasians or the Voltalm. I know the Yut, the First League, and the Cybrex storyline very, very well. We start. I'm going to set a longer. I'm going to set this a little longer. Mid-game start year 2300. In-game start year is 2400. Which means we get hit at 2450. Victory year at 2500. I'm just going to leave that set the way it is. In my current game, I made myself the first queen. I like knowing that I was both there and a pivotal historical figure. I can see that. When I'm a little more sure that I'm not going to get annihilated, I might actually do something like a self-insert. But in the eons, the text on this is adjusted for your background. In the eons, since the first primitive Igarian communities took shape on the great savannas of Igarlak Nog, our civilization has spread and prospered. Great achievements were made both in the advancement of science and on the spiritual plane as we sought to expand our understanding of the universe and the role we play in it. A council of our most learned priests was convened to advise our elected leaders, a tradition that continues to this day. Now, after the discovery of the Hyperlane network, the finest minds of the Igarian Covenant have finished development of the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp. So, yeah. This starts off as an interest, as a people who are looking to expand our understanding, the role we play. Let's get some understanding of that. So I'm going to make some initial choices based on that. It is currently 2200. I have until 2450. We start in our home system. We won't be in the system view much. I don't zoom into the system view if I can avoid it. You'll see. Overview panel over here. This is the control center where I'll be referring to constantly zooming back and forth. We have a couple of ships. We have a military fleet. We have a starbase with a shipyard. And we have a homeworld. Make my first choice for physics. Vadrig Denhulos is my current head of research. Now, the way the research works, you have 3 tracks: physics, society, and engineering. My people are natural society. And I do have some bonuses here already on the research. I want to build that up really quick. That'll help with research speed. And I get 3 picks here, and I may get a 4th pick later on. These are basically draws from a deck of cards. I'm going to start with the twofer. Generally, I'm going to want to go for what gives me the most, and so I'm going to go with the twofer here for that one. Over here, I got a gold card at first. This is a really good one. It grants a small amount of unity up front. Unity is cohesiveness, and you spend it for a variety of things. It's important. It's your people's ability to work as a people and not as a bunch of scattered individuals. So my monthly Unity income goes up by 2.5%, and it unlocks some additional edicts, and we'll get to edicts later. Those over here in engineering. Oh God, the coil gun. You must pick the coil gun. Sooner or later, you must pick the coil gun. It will keep coming up until you pick the damn coil gun. I'm going to take the second one because it gives me job efficiency. Job efficiency gains are really important. That improves your productivity, which improves your income and all your stuff. So, generally, the sexy choices are the wrong ones. You want the boring infrastructure stuff. Dismiss. Let's go look at the Empire focus. Right now, it looks like I'm focused on conquest. I don't like that. Given that whole bit of understand our role in the universe, I'm going to switch it to exploration. So, I have to complete these tasks in order to gain some stuff and open space for the next task to roll in. Going to be a while before I declare arrival, but getting this other stuff done will be fairly quick. Dismiss that. I'm still in pause because I'm still setting up and talking about it. Let's zoom out. And here we are in the galaxy view, and we are, oh, look at that. We are way the heck out on the edge of the galaxy. That actually is a bit of a good thing. If we were like here, we would be in the middle of the traffic lanes. We're over here, and it's going to be a lot easier to defend. All right, so zoom in. Excuse me. And we have here my home system and my zone of influence, my empire border. I know that there are stars here, and I know that this one has a planet around it. Let's go. I can see that with a telescope. Let's get a few things started. First, I'm going to take my construction ship, and I'm going to start building mining stations in my home system to take advantage of the energy credits and the mineral availability. There's quite a lot of stuff here. 12 credits there and 12 income toward mineral. I'm going to need so much mineral. Oh, lordy, I will be needing so much mineral. My science ship, which has my head of research aboard as captain, I'm going to send to Rovanik with orders to survey the system. I will then go to my capital world. My Minister of State, Pindam Din Baknar, is currently governing the planet. The fine and wonderful thing. Our stability is good right now. Our amenities are good. That will keep our stability up. We have no crime at the moment. That will rise. Available housing, always important to keep available housing. Various things going on. I have no planetary deficit at the moment, and so I'm going to leave this planet more or less alone. I'm going to check for blockers. Okay, there aren't any blockers currently on this planet that I can do anything with. There are 5 blockers here. I should have 8 districts to build in. I only have 3 I can build in because 5 of them have blockers. That's an annoyance. We have impassable mountains. We have a quicksand basin, sprawling slums, a few other problems. We'll look at economy and so forth later on. I'm barely starting to understand it, how to use that tab. I know how to use the first 2 tabs. There's so much to this game. There is just so much. All right. Let's get it rolling. And this is going to be slow initially. While we're waiting for some of this to happen, and this is going to take a minute. Let's see. Things I need to think about. Okay, up here, this is energy credits. And if you mouse over it, tells you all about where it's coming from and what you use them for. And yeah, you need an awful lot of energy income. Okay, my science ship is now out at Ravonic surveying the system. We can see the progress of it over here. Mineral storage and income, food storage and income, consumer goods storage and income. Consumer goods will get turned into a lot of other things. Thank you. Thank you. I'm hoping this is a good tutorial. I'm also reviewing it for my own benefit. Okay, we've captured the energy credits. We now have more energy credits coming in. We have 12 coming in from stations now. Okay, alloy. Alloy is used to build a... Oh, hi. The ICV Jarmakdor has made a startling find on Rovanic 2. The planet is teeming with alien life. For the first time in history, we have encountered life forms that did not originate on Ugarlak Nog. This amazing discovery has silenced those who believed we were alone in the universe. Although none of the alien creatures found on Rovanic 2 are sapient, it is likely only a matter of time before we encounter beings that are. Goodness indeed, we may not be alone out here. Trade. Trade is also our bank account on the market. Oh, hey, tradition has become available. Oh, and we've got a contact report. Let's look at the contact report first. The Agarian Covenant is abuzz with news of the alien organisms discovered some time ago. Agarian theologians have been partaking in arcane rites since this first sign that divine providence extends outside of Ugarlak Nog, attempting to find new answers. And I have three options. We are one with the cosmos, because I have a spiritual ethic. This will get me automated colony ships. Well, at least 10% toward automated colony ships. Big boost. Prepare to confront potential threats. I gain progress toward a doctrine of space combat. Doctrines are policies that will give you a collection of buffs and sometimes debuffs as well in order to pay for it. Or, under the egalitarianism, I can state that diversity enriches our collective wisdom and gain progress toward hyperlane breach points. Interesting possibilities. Between the colony ships and the breach points, I'd rather go with the breach points. It's harder to get. Automated colony ships will come with time. We just have to be patient. Hyperlane breach points, very useful thing.
Construction complete.
Okay, we'll get back to traditions in a second. My construction ship is finished. I'm going to bring it up by clicking it here and then right-click on the system and choose Build Research Stations. That uses up 100 mineral out of my mineral storage, and not necessarily all at once. Be careful to leave a buffer in your mineral storage when you are building mining stations and research stations. Or you'll have the construction ship will put in a call for supplies and they won't be there, and that'll be a problem. For my first tradition, traditions give you overall stuff. I'm going to go with expansion. By adopting the tradition of expansion, I immediately gain 25% to my colony development speed. I get a 20% cost reduction on my alloy upkeep for habitats and habitat districts.
Construction complete.
All sorts of useful stuff. We're going to adopt, and we spend 300 unity to adopt a tradition. Okay, construction ship has completed. There's nothing else for the construction ship to do right now. We'll get to the construction ship in a minute. This is influence. Influence is gained slowly, and it represents the kind of the weight you swing. Oh, hey, our first tradition has already come up. We're going to go with Reach for the Stars, which will drop the influence cost. We pay influence every time we build a starbase and claim a star. We spend influence to do that. So yes, we're going to adopt that and get a cost reduction before we ever build our first starbase. Influence, as it says, you make
Research
claims,
complete.
you maintain diplomatic pacts. It's also spent in the Galactic Congress once that exists. Colonization fever. This will bring up my colony development speed markedly. Oh, and I finished a research, so I can pick a new one. I'm going to go with the twofer at the top because not only does it bump up my food production, but gives me a level up on my hydroponic farm. So we'll go on and start researching that. It takes a number of months because we are natural sociologists. You know, we're getting a major bump here on development speed. Always nice to have.
Council agenda ready.
This is our ruling committee. The Minister of Defense, Revered Elder, Head of Research, and Minister of State. They will perform other functions as well as sitting on this council. And we are launching the agenda Infinite Opportunities, which launched. It takes 166 months. It's active for 10 years, and it bumps my citizen population happiness. Hurrah! We start with a happiness buff. Let's go look at, well, I can go with it. I can direct the population to push towards spirituality. It'll raise the attractiveness of the ethic. That's a tradition becoming available. Well, it can wait.
Complete.
That can't wait. We'll get to a second. Display of power, evolving society. Give and take is a really good one. So is evolving society. I'm going to go with evolving society because it gives us unity, and we're going to need unity. We're spending it like crazy here. We're spending it like mad here. Courier network. Empire. Okay. This gives us a bit of advantage here. All right. Kind of zooming a little bit. Sorry. It's all right. Science ship has finished the survey of the system. We can now claim the system. You cannot claim a system that has not been fully surveyed. So I select my construction ship. I go out to the system, right-click the system, and choose Build Starbase, automatically moving the ship. The science ship, I am going to put on automatic and tell it to do all of the things, to explore, survey, and investigate, and get busy. And just let it run on its own. I'm going to ignore that. That's a personality trait that went to one of my leaders, and it will affect their performance as a leader, but I can't control what traits they gain. I can just manage them according to the traits they have. You know, try to keep people with negative traits out of offices where it would cause problems. So my construction ship is now out here at Ravonic building a starbase, building our first outpost. Okay, I'm going to open the edicts. Edicts are policies. These are simply government policies, and policy is how you control how things are done within your state. I'm going to activate the Fortify the Border policy.
Construction complete.
It spends 5 points of unity a month to bump my starbase upgrade speed by 50%. It's a massive gain in return for a little bit of my Unity. Starbase is complete. My border now extends out around Rovanek. I now control this much space. First thing I want to do is bring up my construction ship, click on the ship icon to bring it up, right click and build mining stations. 300 points of mineral being spent. I'm then going to go into the system, find the station, and upgrade it to a starport. I'm going to have to spend 250 alloy, and it's going to take some time. We'll get it started. Okay, we're going to start cataloging life forms. I can dismiss it or I can do the thing. I'm going to do the thing because it gets me some goodies at the end. Okay, Rovanek Station is now under construction. We are taking it from an outpost up to a proper starbase. This will take some time.
Complete.
We have unlocked the Soil Reclamation Center, and we can choose a new thing.
System survey
I'm going to go
complete.
with the two for here. I'm going to ignore that and dismiss it. The science ship will report as it completes surveys, but it's going to pick what to survey on its own. I've put it on automatic and told it go do. So we'll just let it run on its own. Learning what to automate and what needs to be manually controlled is a big deal in this game. Galactic Ambition, well, I'm going to take it. It's the next thing. It knocks down my starbase upkeep cost. I'm going to take all 5 of those just in order. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to take all 5 of them to complete the tradition. You can't move to the next tradition until you take all 5. All right, we've captured the energy credits. They're no longer showing up as available.
Construction complete.
Oh, hey. All right. We're going to add a shipyard. We're going to add an anchorage, which allows me to anchor my ships that I build. And we're going to add a crew quarters to accommodate people. This reduces the logistical burden. This is important. Watch your logistics. Up here is my naval capacity, which is currently 59. That's how many points of logistical support I have. My fleet is using 15 points of logistical support. So I've got room. I can build more ships for the fleet. Construction ship, please build research stations. Also, talking through it like this helps me cement what I've learned about it. I'm rubber ducking to some extent. Now, this is as much for my benefit as anybody else's.
Research complete.
Artificial colonies built at choke points. Going to have to think about that.
System survey complete.
Okay.
Construction complete.
Okay. Ooh, look at this. This is planetary defense. This bumps up my mining. I'm going to go with the one that increases my mining this early in the game. And I'm going to send my construction ship here to build a starbase. Rovanek is still building. We'll look at the defenses. We don't have enough alloy yet. Go to the planet, and in the mixed industry, I'm going to build an alloy foundry so that I will produce more alloy. Alloy is your general metal supply. I have already a planetary administration, a stronghold that's creating planetary defense armies and stability for the planet. Holo theaters, which create amenities. Amenities keep the population happy and help prevent crime. The 3 types of districts I can build. Right now I'm doing just fine. I have no deficit here. I do have possibly clearable blockers. Yes, I do. I can clear the sprawling slums now, which will open a district for construction.
Construction complete.
We'll probably put luxury housing there. Okay. Let's get the mining stations built.
Construction complete.
There's no research stations available here. All right, look here. We now have a shipyard and an anchorage, and we have a crew quarters. This is eating some power. We have to think about our energy credits. I'm spending 3 energy credits a month here just to maintain this. And we need to get defense platforms built, but I don't have nearly enough alloy yet. Going to have to wait on the defense platforms. First things first.
System survey complete.
I want this planet colonized. It's a decent one. You can mouse over it and see the planet size is an 18. That's the number next to the little planet icon. That's how many districts are available for build.
Research complete.
Anything... Oops. Anything below 15 is pretty much not worth chasing. As far at 12, it's not even able to support itself. New society research. Oh, look. This is an important one to get. It will come up early. Grab it. It gives you the agricultural focus you need to make a focused farming district and get you it's a 3-fer. Grab it. I'm going to complete. A new life awaits our citizens in the off-world colonies. A chance to begin again in a golden land of opportunity and adventure. And if you recognize that... completing it allows me to pick an Ascension perk. I've been going for Mastery of Nature for my first one because it allows me to add 2 districts to any planet. Okay, I've completed all of that. Let's go here. There aren't any defenses here either. We got to work on that. But we're going to build a colony ship. And we're going to start a colony ship building. That takes a chunk out of our available materials. We'll have to wait for them to build up. Our alloy is now building up at 17 instead of 8 because I added a... Woo! Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. I hate running into a pre-FTL civilization. It never ends well. Although it did end okay with the previous game with the dragons. They made it into space and became a vassal state and eventually integrated with us. And we all became one people. Okay. Same basic options here. Effectively capping off previous discoveries of lower forms of life. The report on the pre-FTL aliens of Kiso II. Reignited interest. Etc. Let's go with diversity enriches our collective wisdom again. And reinforce that idea. And I've got to get moving out there because I've got to get stuff done, damn it. Now I have a responsibility. Booey. I didn't want a responsibility this early in the game. I hate it when you make a responsibility. Ugh. Pardon me. Okay, let's see. Where am I? All right, we got the sun. We got that going out there to take care of that. We're waiting on this. We've got this going. Let's look at our market. I've built up enough. I could afford to buy some alloy here, and I'm going to buy some alloy. And I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to start a Hisari-class defense platform building so that my homeworld station has some sort of defense. If nothing else, from the inevitable damn asteroid. Because
Construction complete.
You'll see.
System survey complete.
And out here we have a size 15 planet that is at the lower end of what I will colonize. I will colonize it because it's my second planet and I kind of don't have a choice. That's the second gimme. I've got 2 Savannah worlds within reach. That's my gimmies. Don't count on having more. And we'll just continue on. Terraforming candidate to discovered. Yeah, it's going to be a long time before I have terraforming. I wish they would call it planet forming.
Construction complete.
Terraforming is so speciesist. I really wish they would just call it planet forming. All right, I'm going to have to go on and move out here. Let's go on and build a starbase here. This is chewing through my alloy supply. Okay, colony ship now exists. Take the colony ship and right-click on the system to make it move to the system and wait for it to get there. We are now launching ICV Etarador, our very first colony ship. Now departing our home system. And yeah, we can see it moving toward the jump point. Little tiny ship there. Poof, there they go. Into the hyperlane, and now they're at Rovanik, arriving in system.
Construction complete.
Excellent. Oh, there is clear evidence that a massive space battle, preparing an expedition, sift through, yada yada.
Situation log updated.
Pardon me, not reading out the whole thing. I need to have a voice by the end of this.
Research complete.
Okay, let's grab the research before anything else. Research. Ooh, couple of goodies. I'm going to go with the gold card because it gets me automatic resettlement. Population will move between planets as needed on their own. And it unlocks a couple of other goodies. Going for the 3-fer, basically. Okay, I need to get mining stations started here. And then over here, click the planet and click, there's our planet, click colonize, choose the colony ship that is in orbit, leave everything alone. I'm going to let it auto-designate, and yeah, it's got some problems. Colonize. I'm going to randomize, and this is Dantariga.
Research complete.
And we are now colonizing a planet. Okay, we've completed that agricultural research. We have a couple of others. I'm going to go for the xenobiological lab.
Colonization in progress.
All right. Now, game is paused. Yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to read all the text. Spiritualism, we can gain unity, a one-time gain of 310 points of unity. And we can add a massive attraction to the spiritualist ethic. We can gain a lot of society research points and make militarism highly attractive. Or We can gain a lot of food and make egalitarianism highly attractive. Our colony is a testament to our higher purpose. I'm going to go with the unity and the spiritualist ethics. Okay. There we go. Make that decision. Yeah, I know you're pinging madly out at Kiso. Give it a second. I'll be there. Gotta get stuff built up here. Nothing else. I'm keeping it down to one science ship and one construction ship so that I don't overrun myself. I learned early on to slow my roll on expansion. No, slower than that. You're still going too fast. Slowly, carefully, methodically, and dealing with crap along the way. Let's get that done. Have to go deal with these people. They are pretty much on their own. I will put in a station. The Queen has her cranberry black tea. I have black coffee. It's Folger's Black Silk because it was the low acid one on sale. We make a pot of it every morning for the household. Caffeine Achiever's new tradition. For our next tradition, I have several options. Prosperity is an excellent one. Does all sorts of goodies for you. Discovery, however, gets me research speed, which I desperately need at this point in the game. So I'm going to go with Discovery. Next research. Oh, I'm going for this one. This is the second district expansion, and we'll see how that works in a minute. I got to build, I got to see how things are going here. All right, you, before I go deal with the election, let's get you building research stations. And then we'll deal with the election. The Revered Elder is currently the favorite.
System survey complete.
I could support the Minister of State up over the current Revered Elder, but I'm not going to. I'm going to dismiss that and let the election proceed as it's going to proceed. Okay. You see here where it says specialization available. What I'm going to do here, if I click that, we can see that this district can specialize in energy generation now. And it's only going to cost me 850 mineral because instead of the usual 1,000, because I got a thing earlier that gave me a cost reduction. We'll go on and click that and start it building, and it's going to take some time, and that'll give me 3 slots in here I can put buildings in that take care of things. Revered Elder is re-elected. We are finishing up here. And the next thing I have to do is take
complete.
This and bump it up to a starport because, damn it, I have to.
Colony established.
Okay, colony being established, I need to get some work done. Let's pause the game a second while I do this. First thing I gotta do here. They have a planetary deficit on energy credits. They're gonna have a planetary deficit on everything. Oh, shit. They can't build farms. Every now and then you get a planet that can only support 0 districts. I've yet to figure out how to fix that. Nothing I do seems to be able to open it up for agriculture. This is bad. We're going to build a generator and a mining district. We have a specialization available here. For this city district, I'm going to take it and I'm going to make it mixed industry, which will allow me to put civilian and and like industrial stuff in one place. Get that going. They are going to need a holo theater so that they have amenities and don't, immediately riot. And I'm also going to put in precinct houses, which will increase the stability, reduce crime, and make planetary defense armies, which I'm going to need. Now I'm going to check for blockers by clicking a district, and there are no clearable blockers. There are 2 blockers. They are not currently clearable. I don't have the ability, the technology yet. So there's that. Alrighty then. Where are we? We are at Kiso. And at Kiso, I need to build an observation post, which pretty much wipes my mineral supply. It's going to take a little bit to recuperate. But I've got my incipient planet going here. Going to need to let mineral and alloy build up. Okay, we have a new faction. The Democratic Reform Initiative. Let's go look at our factions. The Democratic Reform Initiative is anti-autocratic. They are for free movement and for reproductive freedoms. They have a benevolent subjugation policy, which is kind of what I've been following, actually. I'm going to promote them. I'm not going to embrace them. I'm going to promote them, since they're basically pushing for what I want. And that will get me a little income from them, and a little push to the way things happen. They will support. They will provide some support to the government's efforts in return for our supporting the faction. Alright, we've got stuff happening. Stuff building on planets. Stuff building on station.
Construction complete.
Station is done here, and I'm going to add a shipyard, an anchorage, and a crew quarters. We've got more factions arising. Let's look at the factions. I have the Church of Religious Conservatism. Don't like them much. Going to suppress them based on a couple of things. Oppressive subjugation policy. Suppress faction. Suppressing them knocks their approval rating down hard, and they may cease to exist if they stay too low too long. Okay, got the shipwright trait. Cool.
Research
nice.
Complete.
We have a new research. What do we got? Ooh, clearing tile blockers. Before, the Autochthon Monument and the Naval Capacity Bump are both really nice to have, but this is crucial. Go for the tile blockers. The non-sexy infrastructure stuff is generally the right choice, which is nice to see, because generally that's the right choice in real life, is the non-sexy infrastructure stuff. Take care of the infrastructure, and the sexy stuff will happen by itself. Goltara has 3 energy credits. That's worth capturing. I'm going to bounce out there and put a starbase. Boop. I'm also going to look here at Kiso Station.
System survey complete.
We are just short. They're going to have to get, I need 461 alloy. They have to get a defense platform absolutely as soon as possible. Let's see. Can I afford? I can afford 125 alloy. Let's go to Kiso Station and build them a defense platform. Put it in the queue. We're going to need it. Convenient mining. Oh, yay. This is one of those random events that happens in every game. Okay. We got in. This also gets us rare crystals. Rare crystals are a bother, but they're worth it. I'm going to have to push for the crystal mining and so forth. Hopefully they'll get the cards early. I had a game that died on me because I could not get crystal mining or synthetic, the crystal mining card, and synthetic crystals just couldn't keep up, and I kept running into a crisis. Ugh, it's terrible. Could not get the research card to come up. The draw was against, the luck of the draw was against me. That happens. Okay. Dantariga, yeah, we got a lot of political debate, and we're going to just say, yeah, we want to do this. We really don't have, we're going to have some sort of ethics shift. We'll see what happens. Let's look at the government and at the policies and edicts. Right now, I'm just doing fortify the border. I got 35 points of income that I can play with. Map the stars would give me some nice stuff. Encourage political thought is risky. Veneration of saints.
Construction complete.
That would push toward spiritualism and give me an efficiency bonus on the priests. Be nice. Make them more efficient. Among other things, they turn something or other into unity. Okay, let's build the mining stations. Ooh. Yeah. And got stuff out here. I'm going to want those two
System
as well.
survey complete.
Okay, no news amounts to good news. Democracy remains a founding principle there for now. Shaking things up is a little weird and risky. I'm just gonna go with good and remove the modifier. Let's end that storyline instead of pursuing it. Okay, anything going on? We only know about more stars going out this way.
Construction complete.
All right. I'm going to chill for a minute here and let my... Let's look at my planet here. Oh, the mixed industry district is ready. Yeah, we found an amusement park. I'm going to add an alloy foundry and a civilian industry to this district. That'll get me a couple of very useful things. It puts it into the build queue. Migrating forests. Bother.
Situation log updated.
Okay, I've got a special research here I'm going to have to go look at. Migrating forests. And I'm going to say to research it. That's a special project. It's now researching. It's going to take 41 months and cost me 3,500 points of research to do it. Fortunately, it's in the field that I specialize in. Discovery. Our first discovery bumps my survey speed and gives me a much higher chance of running like hell if I run into something nasty. If I find the Borg, I got a big bump to my chance to emergency jump out of there. You know, useful to have. Okay, at Queso. We have let's look at this. We don't know much about them. We don't even know what they look like yet. They're still in the Stone Age. Oh, lordy. Okay, go here and let's build a second defense platform. They're going to take up all my alloy for a while building defense platforms because they're going to get an asteroid. Called it.
Station under attack.
I'm going to send my ships out there just in case. But I've got 2 defense platforms. Let's pop in here and see what happens. Let's see. Where's the station? Here's the research station. There's the asteroid. Oh, it's already being beat on. There we go. I can see it being beat on here. Yeah, my defense platform is pounding away at the thing. Bada bing. Aside from having witnessed what must have been a spectacular meteor shower, the pre-FTL aliens of the Kvaz civilization have no idea how close to extinction they just came. Nor will they. I think that's bullshit, because at some point, if they... Oh, their awareness increased to low. Yeah, they know there's something up there. Got that in just in the nick of time, didn't I? Wow. Called that. Asteroid. Boop, there it was. Ah. And that's why I had to build that starbase. Damn it. Alright. Let's go here. No, I gotta go here first. This has to be built up. And that's 3 out of 5. I'm at 3 out of 5 here already. I've got 1, 2, 3 stations. I've only got a capacity of 5, and then I have to pay extra upkeep. Okay, we are putting off we are sending the Evolving Society agenda in, and we are looking at, we have give and take, which is nice, pushes the egalitarian ethics, or we have higher purpose, which will continue to push the spiritualist. Been pushing the spiritualist. Let's push egalitarian with give and take.
Research complete.
Okay, we got the mineral extraction. Let's see. Corvette and frigate hull points, nice. Planetary defense, nice. Or the coil gun. I can't told you to keep coming up. The coil gun will keep coming up. I'm going to go with the planetary defense. Let's increase my planetary defense. Okie dokie. How we doing on the planets right now? Well, this one can have its temporary shelter upgraded to a planetary administration, and that will do good things for me. Here, I'm going to add the usual shipyard, anchorage, and crew quarters, and then I want to get back to Dantariga. They are having a lot of lack here. First thing to do would be to build a damn agriculture district. Can't do that, so I'm going to build 2 generators and 2 mining. And we'll just get that going and figure out what to do about the food later. That's irritating me that my first planet has a food problem, as an agricultural problem. And Queen Freya, if you know how to deal with the 0 district problem, I could use the advice. Okay, this is being built. Don't have enough alloy right now to do the next thing. My trade, I've only got 4 points of trade being generated, and my bank account is a little low. I do have mineral. Let's look here. Let's put in a commercial zone. I want a defense platform before I send a colony ship out there. So Potap Station's got to get a defense platform, and that's going to take more alloy. It'll be along in a moment. Be patient, be patient. Keep trying to be. Early game can be really a little tense about resources, but then it's early game, and I mean I've played Minecraft for a long time. I'm used to having to carefully shepherd my resources early on. Hydrate. I actually don't think I've seen that. Well, I've had it a couple of times. And right now I got a planet here where it says, this planet can only support 0 districts of this type. I've done a lot of terraforming, so it's much less of a gamble in what I am getting. Got it. I've got 2 blockers. Oh, volatile motes. Cool. I've got 2 blockers, but getting rid of them is probably not going to get rid of this problem. And I have to have some advanced technology to terraform now that I'm already there. Kind of a pain in the ass. Potap. There we go. Defense platform engaged. We will have a defense platform. Getting a defense platform, good thing. Trying to be just a little patient for just a moment. This game is good for me in that it is an exercise in patience. One must be patient and methodical to succeed. Launching a colony ship. Here we go. There we go. Colony ship started. Bring up my fleet, check that they are set to a Garlal station, and order them to return to base. Ding! Science Division! Let's build the Science Division! Hurrah!
Research complete.
And we get hyperlane breach points. Okay, we got the blue laser, which is the other coil gun. Let's go on and take the blue laser because it's going to keep coming up until I take it. It and the coil gun will keep coming up over and over and over. Want to get it out of the way. Alrighty. I'm going to go on and move out here and, oops. One of the local wandering forests has migrated to another region on the planet. Okay, that's just bloody wonderful. We gotta figure this out. How is this thing coming along? We've got 16 months before it finishes. I'm hoping we figure out like the migration paths and learn where to not build. There was a thing in 1879 with giant fleas that occasionally have breeding swarms. And the human writing the piece was talking with one of the indigenous people of the planet, said, so, like, when these things swarm, what do you all do about it? And said the guy just stared at him for a second and then said, we move. We can insulate our energy weapons and gain progress toward blue lasers, which we're already working on. Or, resonating music and art modifier added for 50 years gives me 10% monthly unity. Absolutely, we're sending the new frequencies back to our artists. Let's do that. It's a wonderful thing. Let's do that one. How we doing here? We are... Where are we? Colony ship is ready. Colony ship launches going to
Construction
POTAP.
complete.
Construction ship builds mining stations. Planet checks for blockers. No available clearable blockers. However, I can start building some stuff here. I'm going to go on and get... Oh, I don't have the energy grid yet. Okay, I'm going to hold. Energy grid is the first thing I want, and I don't have it yet. I got to research it. Okay, champion of the people, and special project to translate the
Situation
alien
log
mural.
updated.
Yes, I do want to do that. I believe that one, yeah. That's going to get done
Construction
automatically. Okay, I'm going to hold for a second there. Come back here. And if I wait for just a minute, I can get a second defense platform. Solar Sail Ship. Oh, this is a fun one. The Solar Sailor. Okay. Arriving in POTAP system. DeForgian is arriving in system. Alright, DeForgian has arrived in system. Board is green. We are ready to colonize. Let's bring this in. We will name it Compura. Oh, hi. We've got first contact with something.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
We will assign our envoy to check this out. And, yeah, our science ship bumped into something that went rawr. Oh. The roaming forests avoid certain regions that are home to colonies of a native pseudo-insect. These insects secrete a pheromone that can be used to steer the wandering trees away from population centers. We learned how to use the local biology to redirect the trees. This is good. The areas where the forests most frequently range have been closed off as nature reserves, and we're studying them. Cool. We found an organic
Colonization
solution.
in progress.
We figured out how the trees work and worked with them rather than against them. I like the approach. Colonization is in progress. Hey, Comet. Okay. It's just a random event. Something to pop up if you haven't done anything, for a minute or so. Maintain player engagement. Ooh, look at Felis system. Look at all that. Wow. It's a lot of stuff out there. All right, I need to look at my science ship. Do they need to come in for repairs? No, they just need to get their orders reinitiated. Okay, tell them to do all the things and start. Do the things. Go do the things.
Research complete.
Got clearing tile blockers. Hurrah. Oh, volcanic terraforming, which gets rid of some nasty ones. versus the Naval Logistics Office, which I will desperately need later, but can wait for right now. I'm going to go with the tile blockers. I've got enough logistics right now. Initiate the next part of the tradition. The first couple of traditions go fast. They will slow down because the cost in unity for each item will go up as we add traditions. Doesn't matter which ones you add, it goes up. Alright, we are... You have no defense platforms at all. That's got to get fixed. Alright, we're just going to sit here for a minute. Whoops. Multiple things popping up. Okay,
Special
the mural.
project complete.
Cool. Got a little thing out of there. The Minister of State is at the top of the running. The Revered Elder is not being popular. The Charmer. There we go. Shipwright and Frontier Spirit. You know, I kind of like that. I'm just going to leave it. That's going to give me an idle official in a moment. Idle leader. Okay, go back to Rovanic Station and get that defense platform into place. Dang it. I had to leave my colonists without a defense platform so I could go save a bunch of pre-FTLs from an asteroid. The colony, on the other hand, isn't going to get an asteroid. It's not the way it works. The way things work. Oh, am I bottled in? Oh, please tell me that I'm not bottled in here. That could get ugly. Alright, what do we got here? Keep looking, but use caution. It's ancient drones. Oh, shit. Okay, gonna take the standardized Corvette patterns here. Leadership guide to put up. I need a new Minister of State. Well, I happen to have a leader available. There.
Colony established.
The former... Oh, good. I can build an agricultural district as my first item. And then oh, damn it. There goes the missing scientist. Okay, well, one of the scientists from the observation has just gone rogue and is setting themselves up as a local god. Lovely. Alright, Empire Capital. Empire Capital, the Minister of State should be ruling it. Dantaraga needs an official. Let's get just take the first one off the list here. And Campura also needs an official. I'm going to hire a scientist instead because it gets me a bonus here. Hire a scientist and appointing a scientist as a governor are both items. They're just not all showing up here. I got to do some other stuff. Yeah, I know. Go away. Consumer goods not so good right now. We got to get that fixed. That's probably due.
Complete.
It's probably due here. I'm going to put a second civilian industry here. No, I'm not. I don't have enough mineral. Whoops. Easy to get used to having a supply of stuff. And forget that you don't always. Speaking of stuff, let's go get the stuff. I may have a problem here. If I'm in a pocket, where's my science ship going? We're stuck until I get past these jerks. Oh, this is not good. I could be boxed in. By the way, you are able to claim non-contiguous territory. It won't necessarily stop them from If you are bottled in, that would be an incredibly defensible position. Unfortunately, you will also have to race to seize territory outside of your bottle. Yeah, and I got to get past the drones to do that. By the way, you are able to claim non-contiguous territory. I've done that by going through a wormhole. It won't necessarily stop them from proceeding,
Research
but it should
complete.
halt them whilst you capture everything before the choke point. There's that also. Yeah. Blue laser's done. I'm going to ignore the survey speed gold card, and instead I'm going to go with the
Construction
resources
complete.
produced from research stations. Don't have enough mineral yet to start that. This is possibly quite painful. This could be a problem. I'm going to have to build ships. Wait, why are you still there? I give you a return to base. Oh, you just bopped to the nearest one, didn't you? Damn it. Go here. Boozers. Oh. Alright, I have the mineral. Let's go on and whoops.
Special project complete.
Get this started. There we go. Note that it doesn't seize the entire 300 at the first go. It'll be deducting it bit by bit, so make sure it stays there. Whoops. Yeah, my science ship just stalled out because it has nowhere to go. I can't get anywhere until I clear this. I'm boxed in. This is not a good thing. If it's 2,000 points of hostile mining drones, I'm going to have a hell of a time getting out. I'm basically waiting for the first contact to run and see what happens. Here. At stage 3, we can hope. And there's a nice bit of resource. If they're mining drones, they won't move, so I don't have to worry about them swarming in. I just have to get rid of them before they continue breeding. Let's see. Alright, we're back here. I can go on and look at the shipyard. All I can build are corvettes so far. I can't even build frigates. There's my 5 corvettes. Yeah, I'm a 200-point fleet, and that thing's like 2,000 points. That's going to take some banging against. Several sorties.
Construction complete.
Okay. Why don't you go on and go to Gier, and let's get that energy credit claimed. Since you're right next to it. Alright, coming up, using 25 points of logistics now. Lead is at 346 points. Still building ships. Oh, yippee.
Situation log updated.
That's here, isn't it? I do have that. And let's just have a look. How are we doing on this? Not great. Let's, oh, we're paused. Are we having any effect at all? Maybe? Yeah, let's,
Construction complete.
how quick can you guys get there? And can you get there in time? This game is taking some bad turns. I don't have...
Research complete.
Okay, well, I can't afford that. What do we got here? Understood.
Alien
The
Empire has
drones.
established communication.
Okay, we finished that. And I'll get that one. And we'll go and grab this real quick and get it out of the way. How are we doing here? My starbase is... Oh, there, the fleet just arrived. Whew. That was close.
Research complete.
All right. So, return to Oogle. It didn't return. That's weird. It's the order started and then it blipped. It looks glitchy. Let's just right-click and move them. There we go. Whew. Okay. Creating. Yeah. Gonna skip colonial centralization in favor of tile blockers. All right. You are building mining stations. Oof. Wow, do they have a lot of blockers. No, I don't want to downgrade. I want to clear blockers. And clear the active volcanoes. Can I clear blockers here? What about here? Can I clear blockers? No. Okay.
Construction complete.
Gee, Jehoshaphat. There's a research station there I hadn't built. Let's go and get that done.
Research complete.
Let's go for the fusion reactor. Be able to upgrade my ships. I'm gonna need to. I'm gonna bust out of this mess. Well, this game is presenting me with a number of challenges already. I've never had an asteroid come through one of my populated systems before. It always comes through on the pre-FTL, but I've never had one come through on the populated system before. Now I know that it can, and that I was thoroughly justified in putting defense platforms in. Speaking of which... let's put in a second one, thank you. I didn't have enough firepower to take that asteroid down.
Construction complete.
Okay. Construction ship. Construction ship goes here and does a starbase. And then we will get a look at maybe what's actually at Spica. I still don't have frigates. I don't have frigates yet. I could send my little pop gun wielding forces out here, but they'd get their asses handed to them. Would not end well. Would not end well. Need... Well, I need defenses, obviously. I need research to complete. I need to figure out what the hell I'm going to do about this. This planet can only support 0 districts of this type. Can't specialize it because you have to have at least 1 district. Theoretically, I can build 2, but they're blocked. I'm not sure what's blocking them. Let's see. Well, I can do the specialization here. It doesn't have secondary specializations, no rare crystals or anything like that, so we'll go on and do this. And build a generator district to offset it. What is out there that I am running up against that is stopping me here? Resource districts are provided by planetary features instead of just being inherent to planets. You can see those features on the Management tab where you'd go to remove blockers. Aha! So.
Council agenda ready.
Okay, we'll go to the council first. Launch that one, and between display of power and higher purpose, I'm going to launch higher purpose and hope one of the others comes back around. Research completed. Oh, hey, more clearing of tile blockers. Yeah, absolutely. Keep clearing the tile blockers. Let's go to Dantaraga, which has this problem, and over to the Management tab and find the blockers. I've got a deep sinkhole blocker. Let's see. There we go. Let's get rid of those. And go back over to surface and now see that those are being cleared. Okay, I just learned a thing. I did not know that I could... Well, I can't clear those yet. I don't have the technology to do so. Oh. As long as the Ranger Lodge exists. Ranger Lodge? I've got a Ranger Lodge. Oh, bother.
Blocker cleared.
And it's sitting on those blockers and holding them. Damn it. Well, now I know more about that. There's 2294 points of ancient mining drones out there that I gotta go deal with. Okay. Click this little button to zoom over and center the thing, and mining stations. 2294 against my 594 isn't going to go well. I'm going to have to upgrade my fleet before I can get out there and clear the choke point. The good news being that there is this choke point. And there's a planet at it. Planet with 25 districts. Ooh, yeah. I'm going to be going after that. Definitely going to be going after that. Let's see, what have I got here? It is... I've got enough to start a 3rd one there, hooray. Not going to bother building a bunch of corvettes. I'm going to wait for frigates. I'll just have to make do with what we've got for right now, and Hope we can catch up to the rest of the galaxy once I get punched out of this. Gotta punch through that. Directionality is important. Compira. Uh-oh. Yep, there it is. There's our missing scientist. But partially aware. Unfortunately, we can't go in and grab the missing scientist right now. That kind of annoys me. There are some things about this game that annoy me. Holotheaters. Continue observations. Holotheaters, so that you've got more amenities coming in. We've got to watch our stability and our crime rate. Get that going.
Blocker cleared.
And can I do, what's it going to cost me? I can do luxury residences. Excellent. That'll take care of a couple of problems. Oh, I can't build that one. Okay. It can't build because I just ate my buffer. I said something about that early in the stream to watch that. And remember that you got to keep a buffer in your minerals or your mining station effort will fail, and there it just did. I guess nice that I proved it. However, we're going to come out to the menu here, and then we're going to go over to the end break screen because it's the top of the hour and it is time for me to wrap this nonsense up. It would repeatedly happen, and I just assumed it was inherent to their personalities. I did not realize that the scientist declares self a god event was not a consequence of making my dragon authoritarian or on average. No, this is a thing that happens. The scientist declares himself a god is a thing that tends to happen, and then you have to have military to pull him off. And you can't just go in and grab him early on, which annoys me. So, thank you so much for being here today, Queen Freya. It's been great to have your advice and guidance from a more experienced player as I get started with Stellaris. Everybody, it's nice to have you here. If you have enjoyed this stream, my previous VODs are on YouTube. URL in the lower right. This is the first episode of Stellaris, but there's a lot of Minecraft and Wandering Village and Roots of Pacha and all sorts of other goodies. Speaking of other goodies, in the upper left is the streaming schedule for the Truck Community Streamers, the team that I am happy to be a part of. We have platformers and horror games and all sorts of stuff going on throughout the week. Check the schedule. There's plenty of things to follow for everybody. I will be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel, 8 a.m. Pacific time with more Stellaris as I continue to yell at the void cloud. Before then, I will be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. 1800 Pacific time with Roots of Pacha, a Stardew Valley Harvest Moon type farm sim and dating sim with just tremendous writing and depth. A lot more. Roots of Pacha goes a lot harder on the character development and story than you would expect a farm sim to do. Like, really a lot harder. You got to see it.